Alright, what we have here is an actual chunk of our phenolic, and this is a black core with the color of black. Now, the core of the phenolic is a resonant fiber material, and then the main face sides are a sheet of laminate. And the resins, the fibers, and the sheets of laminate are placed under high pressure and high heat, and it creates a really strong, rigid product. In regards to care and maintenance, the manufacturer recommends only using mild detergents along with warm water, and that's it. Definitely nothing abrasive. This is a sheet of laminate with a sheen, so if you use anything scratchy or abrasive, it's going to take that sheen off. That's the need for just warm water and mild detergents. Now you can see here I can leave fingerprints on this since it is a laminate with a sheen, but in most cases you could just use a rag and the mild detergent, or just a rag to buff it off. Now what's not recommended by the manufacturer but I've had good luck with is using WD-40. Cleans it up, actually leaves a film, somewhat of a protective film. Just follow the instructions on the WD-40. Works extremely well. Also makes the sides, the WD-40 makes the edges nice and black. Now, graffiti. Talking about graffiti, a lot of taggers and vandalizers are using what's called a mop pen or a paint pen, and in a lot of cases they're actually making their own paint. Combination of oil-based enamel, paint thinner, and in some cases even brake fluid for some reason. So they're putting some stout stuff into their paint pens and definitely tagging away. So it's pretty difficult to get vandalism, paint style vandalism off of anything. But let's give it a try. I don't have any homemade tagging or vandalizing paint, but I've got something similar. This is from my welding kit that I have. It's a paint marker. You can mark up metal before you weld it. And this stuff stinks, so I'm under the impression that this is an oil-based enamel, and it's tough. It's tough to get off of metals. So let's go ahead and put this on here. I'll just make a couple lines. Ooh, looks like I'm about out. Alright, so you can see that we've definitely got some paint there. Right, we'll give this a chance to dry, and then we'll come back and clean it up. Okay, we're back, and again, here's that paint pen we used. A welding paint marker, and it's dried. Not coming off. I can scratch away on it, and it's pretty much doing nothing but smearing some of it. So I have found that goof off is the thing to use, and all you have to do is just squirt a little bit on there. I'm doing this with one hand, so it may be tricky. But you can see, even with one hand, it's taken that welding marker off. In fact, what I'll do is I'll pause so I can take off the remainder and see what the sheen looks like after I'm finished. Okay, back. Just took me a few seconds to get the majority of it off. I left that corner marked just so we can see the difference in the sheen. And as you can see, there is no effect to the sheen, and this, what I cleaned up with the goof off, is extremely clean. Came right off. One thing with goof off, make sure you shake it up, because I feel as if it has a tendency to some of the chemicals in it seem to come apart. So a shake before using is always a good idea, but everything looks good.